first time you ever smoked? What was your first experience with cannabis like?
That's a funny question. So I know it's in college, and I didn't know this at the time. So I've been around
And
cannabis,
just
of
to
course.
clarify, you went to the University of Maryland?
I went to the University of Maryland, College
Okay,
Park.
got it.
So I grew up in Baltimore, and so I've been around, cannabis. I knew people who sold, weed. I knew people who, smoked weed, but I didn't do it like when I was in high school. I was like, oh, I can't go home. My parents are gonna, my parents are Nigerian, like accent and all, and
Yeah.
so I didn't experiment with it in high school, but when I went away to college, it was my friend's roommate made brownies. And so they made these weed brownies, and so they said, oh, don't, take it slow, it
Hmm.
has cannabis in. I'm like, okay. So I took one. I'm like, man, I don't feel anything. This is like
They
what?
didn't teach you
Then I ate two
the
more.
hour. Oh no, you gotta teach the hour rule. You
But
gotta teach that
this is back then.
young.
They didn't, they just made some weed brownies and said it was like a plate of brownies, and they said, well, just go slow. They weren't educating us about
Yeah.
no, don't use this,
I
don't do
mean,
that.
I
Hey,
know the rule, but I have been in situations where I've been like, "Ooh, I've got the munchies, and those brownies are delicious," and it just takes
you forgot
over.
about the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know about the rule. I just said, man, I don't feel anything. Ate two more brownies, and then we went to a party on campus. And I guess about an hour, 2 hours later, man, I was the party at that point. Like I was dancing around the party. I was dapping up people who I never met before. It was a whole experience that
Yeah.
I remember to this day. And that was my first experience with cannabis in college. The life of the party.
Yeah, my first experience was in high school, like senior year of high school. There's some kids that I wanted to be friends with, like I wanted to hang out with them, and they were doing it. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. Listen, I'm a mom now, so I'm like, okay, I got to get her in high school.
Right. Right. Get them
But
earlier.
yeah, especially because what I was doing was just like it was trash. It was just like But I remember smoking, and then the first thought that hit my head was, oh my goodness, this smells like my dad's garage. Like
Oh, wow. And you
I
did
was
not
like,
know before that. Wow.
no, because kids they don't clock. They're just to me, my dad's garage always smelled like wood. It
Hmm.
smelled like
Hmm.
cedar.
Right. Right.
And then
Right.
it hit me, and then it like all of the synapses. I was like, oh, the Swisher Sweet box. Oh, it's all making sense.
Right.
So
Got it.
that's my
You
first
put two
memory.
and two together. But now these kids know. They have access to a lot of information.
They
So my
do. They
5 year
do.
my 11-year-old knows what dad does. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, are you selling more weed? Like it's really funny when he's talking to me. And I'm like, at this point, I'm just telling you, okay, you want a hoodie? Here's a hoodie. But don't wear it to
Yeah.
school though. Not yet.
Yeah.
But he knows everything.
It's his business too now.
It is his business too. That's true.
That's amazing.